In this episode, I'm going to talk about how to generate income by being a podcast guest. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for today's episode of Interview Connections TV. Don't worry, I am not actually in the driver's seat. My lovely husband, Jamie, is. Say hi.
Hi.
Oh, I think that's your first cameo on Interview Connections TV. How does it feel?
I feel like I'm famous now.
We are driving Nathan to his nanny's. By the time you see this video, we will have 2 kids. Lucy will be here. So in my last couple episodes, I talked about batch producing. So I'm filming a whole bunch of videos here before the baby gets here. Recently, I wrote a blog post about how to generate income by being a podcast guest, because a lot of people ask us that. A lot of our clients at Interview Connections come on board, and obviously being a podcast guest is a great way to market and grow your business. And the big question is, well, when do I see the results? When do I actually see this marketing time turn into dollar signs in my bank account? To see that full blog post, go to JessicaRhodes.Biz/income, but I'll give you some of my tips real quick here in this episode. Number 1, it's really important that you know exactly why you are doing podcast interviews. What is your goal? If your goal is very general and just to get exposure and to be out there, it's going to be really hard to quantify that into income and into dollars being added into your bank account. So you have to really know why you're being a podcast guest. Is it to sell books? Is it to get coaching clients? Is it to build your list? Is it to get people to your live event? Having a specific, measurable goal. You've ever heard of SMART goals. Specific, measurable, achievable. What's the other ones? You must know it, Jamie. Time-bound, realistic.
Realistic.
Yes. Okay. So having a SMART goal is really important when you do podcast interviews. Otherwise, it's really hard to figure out if you are seeing results. The second thing is, we've talked about this before, but you want to have a specific landing page set up for podcast audiences. That way you can be getting listeners onto your list, and you can be tracking exactly where those new members to your list are coming from, and you know that those leads are quality. You can nurture and grow those relationships. Don't underestimate the power of the relationship you now have with the host of the show. There are so many people that I know who have sold books, gotten people to their live event, gotten new clients, coaching clients from actually the host. You know, the host gets so wowed by you and your brilliance and your expertise that they end the recording and they're like, I have to work with you. So definitely just do your best to provide amazing content, provide a lot of value, and that host will become a raving fan and possibly even your next client. You can see the full blog post. I talk a lot more about this at JessicaRhodes.Biz/income, and check out my podcast where I talk about this in my episode with Tom Schwab, rtspodcast.com. And to learn how we can work together, go to interviewconnections.com/guest. Thanks everyone. Have a wonderful, productive week. I am Jessica Rhodes. I'm committed to helping you leverage your brand through the power of authority and expertise. I will see you next Tuesday.